Darling, darling, you're beautiful. Gotta keep your head up. Never let anything bring you down.
Hi everybody, welcome to Midweek Midday Mindfulness with Marlene. I have put a video already online prior to this, so it kind of gives you a little introduction as to what we're all about. But welcome to my family and friends, and welcome to all of my new family and friends. We're just going to do a little mindfulness today, a little meditation based on the things that are happening around us, the shifts that are happening. And one major shift that's actually happened is the spring equinox just came to pass this week. So we are celebrating spring and rebirth. And I'm hoping that this meditation will give you some peace and also allow you to start to look forward to the warmer weather and to the changes that will inevitably come. So let's just start with some seated stretches. We're going to take an inhale as we lift our arms up to the sky, and exhale, the arms come down. Really try to reach up there. On the inhale, maybe coming in through the tip of the nose, exhaling through the mouth with a sigh. One more time, really deep inhale, filling up the chest, filling up the belly, allowing the rib cage to expand. And then on the exhale, as the arms come down, feeling that diaphragm pulling up, the navel drawing towards the backbone as we really let out all of that air out of our mouths with a nice sigh. Just releasing tension with those inhales and exhales. After that last exhale, we're going to just start to stretch out our hands as we are getting away from our computers, working from home, or maybe the remote controls, possibly reading our books. Just relaxing, letting the eyes soften, maybe just gaze slightly over the bridge of your nose, taking the arm across the body, maybe just giving it a little bit of a tug with the opposite arm. Just kind of relax the wrists now, maybe circle as we exhale. Wrapping to the other side, inhale. So opening up those shoulder blades. One other thing we can do is just give ourselves a nice hug. Some of us in solo quarantine, that might feel really good. So if you need to pause at any moment in time and enjoy an extra breath or an extra stretch, or maybe even a few more minutes in meditation, please do so. Just hit pause and then come back and rejoin us. I'm going to do my favorite thing. We're going to reach towards the back of our chair, couch, or maybe even on the floor right behind you. Taking the opposite hand on the knee with using a little bit of leverage. We're going to inhale, rising tall, imagining that string coming through the ceiling, exhaling, looking over the shoulder, really feeling the twist, opening up the side body, not crunching the side that we're twisting. This actually helps with digestion as well. Inhaling, exhaling to the other side. I'm going to try and offer you some yoga sequencing too, maybe on another format. And I'll get a little bit more into the breathing and the stretching with those sequences. We'll do a little bit of an energized one and then a more relaxed one. But for the moment, let's just stick with our meditation. Really important to stretch out our feet. So of course you're going to be on the floor, but we want to point and flex, remembering to breathe, maybe just circling the heels a little bit. And if you need to kind of just pound a little bit on the floor, get some movement going. Really important to take those walks around the room or around the house every hour or so. Just take a moment to stretch and just kind of release it all. Starting with our meditation, our ode to the spring equinox. And just settle in. If you like to cross your legs, great. If you feel more grounded by planting your feet firmly on the ground, that's cool too. Hands just should rest on your lap, making contact with the body, just kind of rolling the shoulders, setting up to close our eyes, starting to take some deep breaths in through the tip of the nose, allowing that cool air to hit the palate, back of the throat, filling up the lungs, and the belly. Exhaling and allowing that breath to maybe be a little bit longer on the exhale than the inhale. Try it a few times, and as you're exhaling, squeezing the belly, maybe making some abdominal efforts to release that breath through the rib cage, through the lungs, and maybe just try and release out through the nostrils this time. A few more breaths on your own as you settle in, making sure you're evenly situated on your sits bones. Maybe engaging a little body scan before we start, like we did last week, coming from the toes, over the feet, up the legs, feeling yourself ground in, feeling your body supported by your chair, couch, or floor. Without losing your posture, take another deep breath in. And on the exhale, see if you can really allow the shoulders to drop from the earlobes. Imagining that crown again, pulling towards the ceiling. Ceilings above, the roof line, sky. And on every exhale, imagine yourself grounding down, being more supported. Falling into a natural breathing pattern now. Softly through the nose. Starting to imagine we are sitting in our yard, maybe a garden, maybe one of our favorite parks. Maybe we're in a neighbor's yard, maybe a relative or something from our childhood that we remember. Remember the first time we would notice a little bit of growth in the spring. Maybe there's a tree in your garden or park or yard. And just starting to notice the green buds. Maybe in your garden you'll notice there's some green leaves starting to sprout up from some daffodil bulbs that might have been planted last year. Start to feel the sit that you're in, whether it's in a chair, maybe you're on the earth connecting with the grass, maybe you're in the soil, maybe there's some sand. On a bench. Breathing in, start to look up towards the sky and feeling that sun straight above you, warm. Maybe the sky is a shade of blue. Maybe where you're at, there's some clouds lightly passing by. And on each inhale, feel that warmth and energy from the sun, opening up the rib cage, allowing the diaphragm to drop, really filling the belly with that beautiful, clean, warm air. And exhale, maybe trying to blow some clouds past. Drawing your attention now back to the garden, back to the growth in the park. See if there's some areas there where maybe you feel I could plant something new and special. Maybe something I've never had in this space before, maybe something I've never noticed during my walk in the park, or even glancing out my window in the backyard, just a spot where something new and interesting could grow and most of all be planted in order for the sun and the rain and your nurturing, allowing it to grow. Breathing into that available spot. Maybe it's a vegetable, something to nourish our body. Maybe it's a fragrant flower, beautiful color. Maybe just another green bush that would even stay green during the winter time when everything else seems to turn brown. some special rocks or stones in your garden. A little decoration. Imagine yourself now coming out of your seat, taking those additions to your garden, the changes that you plan on making, and start working on that. Maybe putting your hands into the soil. Maybe it's still a little cold and hard from the winter, but you grab a tool and you start working the soil, start churning, feeling the energy of the earth as you reach for your seeds, or maybe your sprouts, or maybe it's a little tiny tree that you're planting in this space in your garden. And just imagine the feeling of the earth in your hands, all of the senses, as you put something new into this space. Notice how the air feels on your skin. Notice the sensation of shadow as perhaps a cloud or something passes over the sun. See if you can hear the sounds of nature and the birds. Maybe there's a taste in the air. You know, we say spring is in the air. It's a visceral thing. It's an audible thing. Allow yourself to really enjoy
Beautiful, gotta keep your head up.
your environment.
Never let anything bring you down. Sunshine will always come around. Stay strong, move on. Have such a beautiful soul.
As you start to finish up your plantings, allow yourself to dust off your hands, stand up, straighten up your legs, shake it off. Maybe there's some dirt or some dried grass. Take a deep breath as you look at what you've planted or what you've placed in your garden. This new thing, this pretty thing, this interesting thing. Maybe go back to your seat and sit down and take a few breaths on your own and just observe now the slight change that has happened in your environment that you've created. Not that was necessarily put there by any other force but your own imagination and what you make of your story, of your garden, of your park, of your neighborhood, your yard. Taking some more breaths now. Really enjoy these last few moments in your garden. Enjoying all the senses and smells and tastes.
Darling, please don't ever give up. Darling, gotta keep your head up.
Slowly start to come into a realization of the room and space that you're actually in now, listening to my voice. Start to wiggle the fingers, the toes. Maybe uncross and recross your legs. Keeping the eyes closed. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling. Remembering that you can come to this space whenever you need. Just a little break, a little reminder, even on those still cool, rainy days like it is today here in the Northeast. Know that you can come to this garden, to this space anytime you want. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Know that you can add and subtract from your garden whenever you choose. It's always here for you. It's always a breath away. Going to start to slowly open our eyes. I hope you enjoyed a little glimpse of your spring. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Take care, and I love you. Bye.
Darling, darling, you're beautiful. Gotta keep your head up. Never let anything bring you down. Sunshine will always come around. Stay strong, move on. You have such a beautiful soul. Let your energy radiate.